Don't scare Negroes today with no badge or no white skin or no white sheet or no white anything else. The police the same way. They put their club upside your head and then turn around and accuse you of attacking them. Every case of police brutality against a Negro follows the same pattern. They attack you, bust you all upside your mouth, and then take you to court and charge you with assault.
They beat you down, then charge you with assault. Sounds familiar? Malcolm X said something in the 1960s that's gonna make your blood run cold because it's still happening today. Not just in America, London, Paris, Toronto, Johannesburg, Nairobi, the same pattern, the same attacker becomes the victim. The victim becomes the criminal, and somehow we are the ones who end up in court. He called it what it was. Democracy is hypocrisy. And if you're black, brown, or from the diaspora, you know exactly what he meant. But here's the thing Malcolm understood that we've forgotten. They are not gonna fix a system that's working exactly as designed. So who will? Guys, I want you to stay with me because this is the conversation we are not supposed to have, but all in all, we're going to have it. I'm going to tell you. It's the Bantu Merchant. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll be back. Let us listen to what Malcolm X had to say here, and then I'll come back with the whole gist.
Don't scare Negroes today with no badge or no white skin or no white sheet or no white anything else. The police the same way. They put their club upside your head and then turn around and accuse you of attacking them. Every case of police brutality against a Negro follows the same pattern. They attack you, bust you all upside your mouth, and then take you to court and charge you with assault. What kind of democracy is that? What kind of freedom is that? What kind of social or political system is it when a black man has no voice in court, has nothing on his side other than what the white man chooses to give him? My brothers and sisters, we have to put a stop to this, and it will never be stopped until we stop it ourselves. They attack the victim, and then the criminal who attacked the victim accuses the victim of attacking him. Yes, this is American justice. Yes, right. This is American democracy. Yes, and those of you who are familiar with it know that in America, democracy is hypocrisy. Right. Now, if I'm wrong, put me in jail. Right. But if you can't prove that a democracy is not hypocrisy, then don't.
You know what's one? We are living in 2025 and we're still having the same conversation about Malcolm X was having 60 years ago. 60 years, guys. I'm sitting here in Nairobi and I'm watching the news, scrolling through Twitter and TikTok, and I'm seeing the same headlines over and over again. Man dies in police custody. Like, even in our country, Kenya, Gen Zs have been dying in police custody. Families demanding answers. Officers cleared of wrongdoings. And I remember something that Malcolm said. Something that hit different when it really sat with me. He said, every case of police brutality against a Negro follows the same pattern. And let that sink in. Every case, same pattern. Malcolm broke it down like this. The police attack you. They put their club upside down your head. They beat you. And then here's where it gets diabolical. They turn around and accuse you of attacking them. You become the criminal. The person who just assaulted you becomes the victim. And you end up in court charged with assault while your face is still swollen from the violence. Malcolm called this American justice. But if you are from the diaspora, whether your family came from Lagos, Kingston, Port-au-Prince, or Brixton, you know this is not just American. This is the system. This is how power protects itself everywhere we go. And here's what Malcolm asked, and I'm asking you the same thing right now. Tell me down in the comments what you think about it. What kind of democracy is that? What kind of freedom is that? When you have no voice in court, when you have nothing on your side except what people in power choose to give you, when the game is rigged from jump, right? Malcolm didn't stutter. He said, and I quote, in America, democracy is hypocrisy. Now, let us be real about what this means for us today. There is a first contradiction. We're told we live in democracies. We vote, we have rights, but when the rubber meets the road, when it is our bodies on the line, those rights evaporate like morning dew. You've seen it, right? Breonna Taylor asleep in her bed, George Floyd accused of using a counterfeit bill, Mark Dagan in London, Adama Traore in Paris, right? We have Albert Otieno in Kenya. Series are changing, but the pattern is the same. Malcolm told you it never changes. It's the system. Number two, there is that we are told work within the system. You need to get educated, get a good job, follow the rules, be respectable. But Malcolm understood something crucial, of which I concur with him. You cannot reform a system that is functioning exactly as it was designed to function. And this is not a bug, it is the feature. The system was not broken when it brought our ancestors across the Atlantic in chains. It wasn't broken during colonialism. It wasn't broken during apartheid. And it was not even broken right now when we are being economically exploited. It is working perfectly, just not for us. The third contradiction, we are told we have equal protection under the law. But Malcolm asked a question, what protection? What equality? When the person who has the power to arrest you, charges you and testifies against you is the same person who just violated you. And let me not call it justice. That's a magic trick, because that makes the victim disappear and the criminal reappear as a hero. And I want to share something with you, Pastor. I have an uncle. I won't say where. I want to protect my family's privacy, but my uncle got stopped one night. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong skin. He got roughed up. And when he tried to defend himself, tried to pull away, they charged him with resisting arrest and assaulting an officer. We had to contribute, we had to confirm from Africa and send money to America. The officer who put his hands on my uncle first testified in court like he was the victim. My uncle, with the bruises still visible, became the defendant. We had to scrap money together for a lawyer. We had to call in favors. We had to beg the system for basic humanity. And the whole time, I'm thinking, this is what Malcolm meant. And this is what our parents warned us about when they said, keep your hands visible. Yes, sir. No, sir. Don't give them a reason. But here's the thing that eats me every day at night. Why do we have to be perfect to not get killed? Why do we have to de-escalate when they're the ones with the guns and the badges and the qualified immunity? And that's not just police. It's immigration enforcement in the UK telling my Caribbean brothers and sisters they don't belong in that country they've lived in for 50 years. It's the French police in the Barclays treating African immigrants like enemy combatants. It's the South African private security treating black residents like trespassers in their own neighborhoods, in their own motherland, in their own country. So it's crazy, it's diabolical, and it's different flags, same hypocrisy. And Malcolm says something else that we need to tattoo on our hearts. We have to put a stop to this, and it will never be stopped until we stop it ourselves. Hope you're getting me. Now, that's not a call to violence. That's a call to consciousness, to power, and to organization. Because here's the uncomfortable truth that most people, or the system that is not you to know, they're not going to save us. The politicians we vote for, they're not going to save us. The good cops, they're not going to save us. The diversity initiatives and sensitivity training and body cameras, they are not going to save us, my people. Malcolm understood that real change doesn't come from begging the system to be better. It comes from building power, economic power, political power, cultural power, so that we are strong, they can't ignore us anymore. And what does that look like today? It looks like supporting black-owned businesses so our money circulates in our communities 7 times before it leaves, instead of once. It looks like running for local office, school boards, city council, where the real power over our daily lives exists. It looks like building our own media so we control our own narratives. It looks like teaching our children their true history, not the sanitized version in textbooks. It looks like you are doing right now, seeking the truth, building consciousness, refusing to accept the hypocrisy. And here's where we are in 2025. Malcolm's diagnosis from 1960, something was accurate. Democracy as practiced in these Western systems is hypocrisy for black and brown people. But here's what gives me hope, and what should give you hope too. Malcolm also showed us that we do not have to accept it. We don't have to keep playing a game where the rules change depending on our skin color. The diaspora is more connected now than ever before. A kid in Lagos can link up with a kid in London. A kid in Nairobi links up with someone in Toronto who connects with a family in Haiti. We can share strategies. We can build across borders. We can create systems of mutual aid and protection that don't depend on asking permission from people who have never had our best interest at heart. Malcolm's call to action was clear. We must stop it ourselves, not with violence, but with vision, with value, and with vigilance. Know your rights, but also know they are only good as your ability to enforce them. Build community, because isolated, we are vulnerable. Together, we are unstoppable. Create alternatives, because if the system won't serve us, we need to serve ourselves. And most importantly, tell the truth. Keep having these conversations. Keep calling out the hypocrisy. Keep refusing to gaslight yourself into believing that things are fine when they are fundamentally broken. Malcolm didn't live to see the promised land, but he left us with the map. The question is, are we brave enough to follow it? Drop a comment down below. Tell me what you think. What does democracy's hypocrisy mean to you in 2025? Where are you watching this from? What's the hypocrisy you're seeing in your community? And if this resonated with you, kindly share it, because this is the conversation they don't want us having, which is exactly why we need to have it. My people, I am the Bantu Merchant, and I'll see you in the next one. So guys, kindly stay woke, stay connected, stay free. Peace out.